Hey everyone, it's here. In this video we're going to be talking about Teen Wolf's episode 10, Co-Captain. So in this episode in the beginning you see the lacrosse team, they won their game and Styles wasn't there. And when they're running in the locker rooms, you know they're all hyped up and happy. Scott sees Allison and Allison actually talks to him, I guess she's not really upset with him anymore, but they haven't fully got back with each other, but I think it's gonna happen pretty soon. Probably like on the last episode, they're gonna be back with each other. Probably by then. Yeah, so Scott's in the locker room, he just got the shower or whatever, because it's the big game, he all sweaty and stuff. And yeah, he sees Derek. And Derek is just standing there, sort of mute, not really talking, didn't say anything. Then all of a sudden Derek's uncle pops out of nowhere and he just starts talking to Scott about lacrosse and how he used to play basketball when he was in high school, and lacrosse is not really a sport or whatever. Anyway, yeah. So he scratches or stabs Scott in the back of his neck, like where Jackson scratches are, and just stabs him in the back of his neck really hard. Yeah. And Scott is freaking out and stuff, because he just got stabbed in the back of his neck. It's painful. And the blood is coming out, and Scott is having all these flashes of what happened to Derek's uncle, of how he got in a fire, and how that the video store clerk and those two boys that they killed in the woods, how they were all somehow connected to the fire. The two boys in the woods had a history of arson. The two boys in the woods are the ones who started the fire. So his uncle wants revenge basically, and he's the alpha, so he wants to kill a lot of people, but he killed those people for revenge, and I don't know how many more people are he going to kill for revenge. I think they were the only ones involved. So yeah, that's what happened. Okay. So Allison's dad still thinks that Derek is the beta or whatever. So Jackson is like he's not even really caring or whatever. He thinks he's just gonna get the bite and everything's gonna be okay. He's gonna be able to protect himself, but that's not even true. He's probably not even gonna be able to protect himself. There's a lot more complications stuff that comes with the bite than he thinks. And so Allison's dad, he put something in Jackson's car to make it break down or whatever, or just to break down temporarily. As soon as he took it out the car, it was okay. But yeah, so Scott is following Jackson around and make sure that he's okay, make sure that he doesn't die. Even though he doesn't like Jackson. I wouldn't like him either. He's an ass on the show. But I'm pretty sure Colton Haynes is probably a great guy, but he's a great actor. He knows how to be an ass when they tell him to be an ass. And so they have to, him and Styles are in Styles' Jeep. Poor little Jeep. And they're following Jackson, and Austin's dad sees the scar on the back of Jackson's neck when he's looking under the hood of his car. But Scott and Styles came there and said, hey, come with us or whatever, we can drive you to the auto body shop or whatever, because Scott knows that Austin's dad thinks that he's the bee that wants to come. So when Austin's dad drives off and tells Jackson that his car works now, Jackson thinking that he fixed it or whatever. So Scott is I heard your heart beating from a mile away, you almost gave it away. He thinks that you're the second beta, he thinks that you're me or whatever. And Scott is just so angry that he keeps hitting Styles' car. Styles' poor little Jeep. I wish I had a Jeep. And so after that, whatever, Asa's sleep in her house, and she is having dreams about her and Scott kissing and making out and stuff. And dreams are like he's really there or whatever. You know, on TV it's like right there, but you know they try to make it seem like it's on her mind, like she's just dreaming and they're kissing, she's moving like they're kissing and stuff in her sleep. And then she wakes up in the middle of the night and she's in the car. I don't know what she's looking for in the car in the garage, but she's looking for something. And then she sees her Aunt Kate and her dad walking, so she like ducks down so they won't see her in the car. And they have the sharp end to an arrow, and her Aunt Kate puts it on the table in the garage or whatever. And so her Aunt Kate, when her Aunt Kate walks out of the garage, her Aunt Kate looks back in there and she knows that Allison's in there looking at her. And her Aunt Kate is smiling because she actually wants Allison to start her training. She wants Allison to become a werewolf hunter. You know, it's in their blood. It's their family. She wants her to do it. Yeah. So Allison and Holly Roden, you know, Lydia, they're out in the woods looking for, well, they're just really out in the woods shooting. You know, Allison doesn't really know what she's looking for. She's out in the woods shooting. And she shot off the arrow and it was like smoke and all this, you know. And that would do some damage to a human. That would do some damage to a body. That's the whole point of the arrows. Then she hears something in the woods, so she was walking farther out in the woods and she left the arrow, the bow and arrow with Lydia. And oh yeah, she knows that Lydia had kissed Scott because she made a comment about it to her. I'm so happy she did because that was fucked up what Lydia did. Yeah. So she sees Scott and she tased him, and then she thinking that he's an intruder or whatever, someone else. But she finds out Scott, and then she's like, she's so sorry and apologizes, and they hug, and then she leaves quickly. And then Allison shows up at Scott's house wanting to talk to him, and then then Scott's mom comes to the door, comes to Scott's bedroom door, and she looks all pretty, you know, and dressed up. She's about to go on a date. Now little Scott knows she's going on a date with the alpha, Derek's uncle, because you know Derek's uncle wanted to turn Scott's mom into an alpha. That way his mom is part of the, I can't even think of the word, but yeah, part of the group or whatever, that he'll become part of the group. I can't think of the word. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. I'm a little tired right now. Yeah. So yeah. But Styles bumps into their car when they pull it over on the side of the road and try to act like it's a coincidence, like that he didn't mean to bump into the car or whatever. And yeah, well, Styles is getting his dad tipsy off of some whiskey. He's getting his dad drunk as hell, and to get his dad to talk about the Derek Hell case. And his dad is talking about how the two guys that got killed in the woods are connected to the fire and all that. Yeah, so it's in the beginning how they're connected to the alphas, Derek's uncle, father, or whatever. And he's talking about how when Derek takes pictures, how it's like two like laser beams or whatever, like two beams in front of his face, because you know werewolves can't take pictures, or you can't have reflection, I guess. I'm not really all into the whole backstory of werewolves, but I will look it up after this video. Also, yeah, Derek is in the locker room with Jackson. Jackson in the locker room working out, whatever, listening to music. Derek shows up in the locker room and he's like, this is my favorite song or whatever. And he kidnaps Jackson, basically, take him to the Hell property, you know, that big burnt down little house Derek in. Well, not little house, it's a big house, but it's burnt down. Horrible. Yeah. And he takes him into the house, and you know, he's talking to him and he's getting mad and angry at him because he's about to kill him. And he's like, no one cares about if you have a nice car, or how pretty your hair is, or how good your body looks and all that, and that you're co-captain of the lacrosse team. I mean that you're captain of the lacrosse team. And Scott comes out of nowhere at the top of the steps and says, co-captain, with this real evil, sexy look in his eyes. You know, they didn't show Styles too much, but they showed him a few times. You need to start putting Styles back in there. That's my husband. And yeah. So Scott turns, you know, he turns to his werewolf form or whatever, and so does Derek. And all of a sudden, Allison's aunt Kate, she shows up and she's ready, like she's shooting up the house stuff because she knows that it's werewolves in there. So she's shooting up the house, and Scott gets shot and blood comes out of his mouth and everything. Jackson ran off somewhere into a corner of the house. I don't know where the hell he ran off. Then Derek is like, Scott, go, because you know Derek doesn't want Scott to get hurt. Truthfully, I think Derek is just playing along with his uncle just so that they could kill his uncle after he just find out what his uncle is trying to do and all that, and then they gonna kill him. He's just playing along with him. Yeah. So Derek walks out of the house, and Derek is like, you know, like, take me or whatever, so Scott could get away. And it's very nice to him, even though he's a werewolf. It's nice to him. And at the end of the episode, Austin's aunt Kate shows her that the secret, the little secret hideaway they have in the house or whatever, and Derek is tied up with chains against the wall. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the little vet, that black guy, the vet, yeah, little short black guy, he said that he only works healing cats and dogs 90% of the time or whatever, and that most of the time 10% of the time, whatever, he's healing werewolves, so he knows about werewolves and stuff, and he's like the person that helps heal the werewolves, I guess. Oh yeah, so Austin's aunt Kate has Derek chained up against the wall, and is he gonna get away? Well, you have to see episode 11 for that formality. I'll put a video about that episode 11 formality on YouTube. I know I'm a little late. It's the next day or whatever. I'm not that late, but I don't have a computer and I use my sister's computer. This video is a little long. I'm tired, talking a little bit slow. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. Comment on it. Stay tuned for the next video. And remember, watch TeenWolf Mondays at 10 o'clock.